Hello there, thanks a lot for coming by PosterCentral.com's video blog today. I'm Pete Howard, and very happily and proudly holding this early piece of rock and roll history from the spring of 1956. Oh my goodness, take a look at this monster. Wow. Super Attractions present the biggest rock and roll show of 1956. Just a spectacular jumbo window card from the very same week, as you can see, April 24th here of 56, the same week that Elvis Presley's Heartbreak Hotel ascended to the #1 position on Billboard magazine's Hot 100, just lighting up the country on fire for anything rock and roll. But at this very time, nobody was bigger in rock and roll than Bill Haley and his Comets, although granted their popularity was just about to plunge as Elvis and some other artists took over. But this very month, Haley and his Comets did chart a double-sided top 20 hit, R.O.C.K., backed with The Saints Rock and Roll. And again, that went top 20 for them. And but you know, right here on the song, on the poster, it's really nice because you don't have that single, you have two just monster important records for Haley and his Comets. I'm talking, of course, about See You Later, Alligator, which was, that was their last big hit and was top 10 in the month of February. And the anthem, thank you very much, yes, Rock Around the Clock is on the poster. And then take a look at that wild picture of Haley and his Comets, huh? 7 floating heads. Wow. I guess they kind of had to do it that way because there were so many personnel changes in Haley and his Comets, 54, 55, 56, and so forth. You know, there's only one problem with that picture, though, as you look at it, and it was part of Haley's downfall, no doubt about it. You know, it's not to pass judgment, but you do see a lot of middle-aged and slightly chubby and straight-laced musicians there. And of course, you know, rock and roll was really a teenager's music, and the Comets would soon be buried by the magical, wild, dynamic artists such as Elvis, Little Richard, Jerry Lee Lewis, and so forth. So then, underneath Haley and the Comets, you have got the Platters. Wow, oh boy, 5 more floating heads and 2 more great songs. I'll get in a little closer for you there. The Great Pretender was a #1 pop record in February, and again, this is April, so all this is real recent. And then you've got the Magic Touch, shortened to just Magic Touch, was #6 record in the country this very week, late April of 56, on the pop charts. So the Platters, extremely relevant and cool on this poster. Then in the third row, you got 3 musicians there. You do have Clyde McPhatter, ex of the Dominoes and the Drifters, and he was enjoying his first totally solo hit, 7 Days. Not a pop hit, but it was #2 R&B for a month in February, so it does say 7 Days on the poster. Same for LaVern Baker there in the middle. Play It Fair was #2 for 3 weeks R&B, but no appearance on the pop charts. And then the boss of the blues, Big Joe Turner, sort of completes the R&B only sweep on that third line. No song title for him. Interesting how, you know, here's the guy who wrote Shake, Rattle, and Roll and everything, never charted a single pop record. But when it comes to the R&B charts, he was still lighting them up. His new single, Corrine Corina, was headed for #2 R&B, and this summer's Lipstick, Powder, and Paint by Big Joe would hit the top 10. Oh boy, that's a lot of artists on there, and would you believe there's still half a dozen more to go? I'm out of breath, and there they are in the red rectangle. Boy, 1956, this was the year for Frankie Lymon and the Teenagers, with, of course, the seminal, extremely important How Do Fools Fall in Love. And that record came out as actually the Teenagers featuring Frankie Lymon, but it was not a hit yet. So of course the poster just says the Teenagers, and they dropped the Frankie Lymon part. So that's the, you know, the slight price you pay for having an early concert poster by one of your favorite acts. But boy, it's great to have that record and that act on any rock and roll concert poster from the old days. So we will take it any way we can get it. Then you've got the Teen Queens, sort of going, you know, left to right, top to bottom there. The Teen Queens, 2 sisters from Los Angeles. And the song on there is Eddie My Love, and that was actually a #2 rhythm and blues record and top 15 pop, and that was the only charting that they did, the Teen Queens. Okay, the next line there in the middle, as you can see, we do have Bo Diddley. Certainly needs no introduction. He might need a little explanation, though. I mean, I'm kind of surprised because the song Bo Diddley was #1 R&B the year before in 55, and Pretty Thing was in the top 5 in January of this year. So, you know, where are the song titles? I don't know. And likewise for the Drifters, next to Bo on that second line in the red rectangle. I mean, they had the #1 R&B hit Adorable at the end of 1955, and where's the song? You know, they just Well, I guess both the Drifters and Bo Diddley's #1 records were probably dropped to make room for the final 2 artists on there, as you can see. And that would be the Flamingos. Oh yeah, very familiar name to us baby boomers who love American graffiti and all 50s rock and everything. They were headed to the top 5 with I'll Be Home, but their evergreen was still 3 years down the road, and of course that is I Only Have Eyes for You. And then the final group in the red rectangle there is the Colts from Bakersfield, California, and they reached only number 11 on the R&B chart with their version of the song Adorable. And then down on the white margin it simply says printed in USA, and then the credit for Posters Inc., Posters Incorporated, out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Wowee! Boy, the early days of rock and roll, and what a beautiful 22 by 28 inch cardboard window card. Ooh, tough to find from any city, and this one's from Scranton, Pennsylvania, and thank goodness we have it. That's for sure. Thank goodness somebody saved it. So, hope you enjoyed seeing it today. Thanks a lot for dropping by. Have a good day, and we'll see you next time for something soon. Okay, bye-bye.